Children, take out page number 27, Refined Tools. When man took to cultivation, he required tools to cut down trees and shrubs, harvest the crops, and dig the earth. Digging the earth means tilling the soil. To rotate the soil, we need equipments to dig the earth and sow seeds and plant the saplings. And also for cutting down trees, we need axes. No, there are different kinds of tools that are used for chopping down shrubs, falling trees. Yes, he began to make stone tools with the help of a grindstone. Now, what is a grindstone? It is a thick disc of stone like this, a thick disc of stone. That is fastened with each other, where it is a disc of stone or other abrasive material. Abrasive material means where it can be rubbed, and the material is mounted so as to revolve. Like from here, if you put this stone and you start revolving the disc, this, for example, this is the stone that will come to the desired shape. You can sharpen it or you can polish any metal object or stone. That is the work of a grindstone. They were sharper, well polished, and had handles to fix them. So these tools that were made with the help of grindstones were more polished, unlike the stone tools of Paleolithic age, and had handles to fix them, like the handles of hammer. You see, hammers have a handle, axes have handles. Yes, in this period, man began to use tools made of basalt. Basalt is also a kind of volcanic rock. It is a hard volcanic rock which was harder and stronger and could be shaped and polished. Bones were also used to make needles, blades, and other tools. So the bones of animals were sharpened and thinned to make needles. Needles were used for stitching, blades, and other tools. Because of this improved variety of tools, this period is called the Neolithic Age or New Stone Age. Since the tools advanced, the tools were more refined, this stage was known as Neolithic Age. Neolithic Age is also known as the New Stone Age. In India, tools belonging to Neolithic age have been found in Kashmir, Bengal, Odisha, Central India, and in the Deccan Peninsula. These are the places. If you see the map of India and locate these places where the Neolithic stone tools were found. Now come to the topic pottery. Pottery is the art of making earthen pots and other materials that are made of mud. Alright. When man became a food producer, he felt the need for containers to store the surplus grains. Surplus grains means extra grains. Yes, like in your kitchen, you have big containers, huge containers for storing flour, wheat, rice, spices. No, because you cannot consume all of them at the same time. So you need to preserve them for future use. So when man became the producer, he felt the need for containers to store surplus grains. Did you understand, children? Containers were required to store milk, water, and to cook food. For cooking, containers were used. There are various kinds of utensils available these days for cooking different kind of dishes, and containers were used for storing milk and water. We keep milk and water in what? Water bottles or jars or jugs, whatever is there. At first, man wove basket. Wove is the past tense of weave. Alright. So back then, man used to weave the basket from wild grass, and still today, the rural people weave baskets of bamboos. Okay, they chisel the bamboo, and what do? They weave baskets out of them. Yeah, at first man wove baskets from wild grass and plastered it with wet clay. So the wild grass, first the basket was woven, and then they plastered it with wet mud. Understood? Means they used to put wet mud to kind of mold it. Am I clear? But these were not good enough, as liquids could not be stored in them. Yes, because what will happen if you put liquid in a muddy container? All the water will permeate through the mud, isn't it? It will be absorbed, and there will be no water for your consumption. But those were not good enough, as liquids could not be stored in them. Yes, later man learned to bake pots over fire to make them waterproof. Now, later, what man did do? He used to bake the pots on fire. That is how pottery works. First, a clay mold is made. For example, if you want to construct a bowl is constructed of wet mud, and then it is dried, and then it is baked over fire to make it stronger, durable, and waterproof. But yeah, if you drop it, it's gonna break. This is it for today, children. Okay, I'll give you extra questions. You solve them, and again, we will discuss the extra questions in our next class. Thank you.